Hill sponsors Martin vs. Joshua on Sky Sports Box Office.
This is James Holder, Rifle TV, in association with Matt Consumer. With me, I've got the knowledge, Spencer Fearon. I want to talk a little bit about brand Shannon Briggs invading the UK. We've seen him terrorising David Haye. We're quite early at the moment, so he's not. I haven't seen him on camp or in the York Court at the moment, but he could well be here.
I think Shannon Briggs is very, very good because what is he now? 40,000 years old now. He's an old guy. You know what I mean? I saw Shannon Briggs when he came in this guy. I tapped on his back, he coughed, dust flew out his mouth. You know what I mean? Dust was everywhere. Seriously, if little Charlie was in there, he'd get asbestos. I'm telling you, he's an old guy. But you know what? He's great. He's great for the sport because he gets people talking about it. I like the fact that he came in. He invaded the press conference for David Haye, and like David was a little bit taken aback a little bit. He was a little bit muffled. You can see that. So I mean, he's good for boxing, man. He's good for boxing for the fact that people are talking it. Everyone's going, "Let's go, champ! Let's go, champ!" It's cool, man. I like him. I like Shannon Briggs. He's a cool guy.
Do you think we'll see him on the undercard of David Haye versus the Cobra on May the 21st?
No, I don't think so. But if he does, it'd be great. But I'm not sitting down thinking that we'll actually see that. But if he does, it'd be great to see what he's got left. I just think like he's out looking for a big fight, and he's still got the desire. He's been a champion before. You know what I mean? He beat George Foreman. He rocked Lennox Lewis in 1998, but he still came up second best against Lennox Lewis. You got to remember that. So I'm pretty hyped for him. And I like him. I like him a lot.
He brings a good energy. Obviously, people like him and talking about him. Do we need more characters like Shannon Briggs in UK boxing in particular?
Listen, right now it's like we are seeing characters in the game, right? Which is a good thing. Shannon Briggs is just capitalising on that because he's saying, well, what can I do to capitalise and make as much noise as possible so people can take notice of me? And he's just doing what he's doing. He's making enough noise. He's remained unbeaten since taking that bad beating against Klitschko. So, you know what I mean? Fair play to him, man.
Since his defeat to Vitaly Klitschko, where he was hospitalised, I believe he's had 8 straight victories on the road.
Yeah, he has done, but
he's been fighting in some bizarre areas. And some
Indian resort camps and stuff like that. But regardless, he's still being active, and he's taking like kind of like gimme fights. I don't know none of his opponents that he's boxed. But you know what? Fair play to the guy. He's still being active and he's fighting. He's in fantastic condition, right? And he will stalk you. You know what I mean? Can you imagine? I feel sorry for like Shannon Briggs' ex-girlfriend. You know what I mean? Could you imagine that? If we turn up at her house, let's go, champ. You know what I mean? She goes, you can't come here. We've got an injunction on you. It won't work. It won't work.
How does he get the big fights? We've seen him here in the UK. He's a world champion. He is credible. How does he now talk himself into these big fights? Is it a case of just keep on it?
That's what he's got to do. He's got to keep on it. He's got to keep on it. He's maybe got to take a meaningful fight. I'd like to see him and Derek Chisora, to tell you the honest truth, because everyone's looking at him versus Derek Chisora, maybe him versus Dylan White, and then he could say he earns a right to move up on the rankings. But will he take a fight against these young, fresh guys? I'm not too sure about it.
Well, obviously we know Chisora's got the Pulev fight to contend with. He'll be facing
for
the European title.
Yeah, it's a good fight.
Last time he had a shot at that belt, we saw what happened with Helenius. A lot of people's eyes, he should have.
No, he won that fight. Derek Chisora won that fight. He won that fight hands down. But unfortunately, he didn't get the decision. But Derek against Pulev, that's a really juicy fight, because Derek has to come and bring our A game in that fight, because Pulev, as we know, is a very tough man. He comes to give it. Very, very, very tough guy.
How do you see that one playing out?
Kind of hard fight, man. It is a hard fight. I will slightly favour Derek because of the experience that he's had, and Derek can take it. Derek can really take it. That's one thing, right? It's a different kind of thing. Like, but he taking it from David Haye. David Haye's got that concussive one-punch knockout power, and he took that for quite a few rounds, and he weighed down his power gauge. But Pulev, he digs, but he don't dig nothing like a David Haye. So I would see Derek Chisora having some rough patches in there, but grinding out a points win or maybe a late stoppage.
Listen, Spencer Fearon, thank you.
No, man, listen, like I said, I always big you guys up, man. But trust me, keep it hashtag toe-to-toe on Sky Sports. But seriously, you guys, man, just raise my game, man. Trust me. You call me the knowledge. Everyone's calling me the knowledge now. I walk out there with the little kids, the knowledge. I'm like, rah, I'm taken aback. So thank you. And thank every you guys for supporting and all the rest of it, because you guys big me up, make me feel good, man.
Top man. Spencer Fearon, thank you.
William Hill sponsors Martin vs. Joshua on Sky Sports Box Office.